You have a new congressionally designated wild and scenic river on your unit. We're going to take a look at what this means and how your unit can prepare. First, learn about wild and scenic rivers. Designation as a wild and scenic river is the country's strongest form of protection for free-flowing rivers and streams. The Wild and Scenic Rivers Act of 1968 established a national wild and scenic river system to protect and enhance the free flow, water quality, and outstanding natural, cultural, and recreational values of select rivers and their adjacent land areas for the enjoyment of present and future generations. There are 3 kinds of classifications within a wild and scenic river, largely based on the level of river corridor development at the date of designation. Wild rivers are free from impoundments, primitive and unpolluted, and generally inaccessible except by trail. Scenic rivers are free of impoundments, mostly primitive and undeveloped, but accessible in places by roads. Recreational rivers may have undergone some impoundment or diversion in the past, may have some development along their shorelines, and are readily accessible by road or railroad. A wild and scenic river may have 1 or more segments with different classifications. Regardless of classification, each river in the national system must be managed to protect and enhance the values that caused its designation. Now that you have some familiarity with wild and scenic rivers, you can get to know your river. The Wild and Scenic Rivers Act requires land managers to develop a comprehensive river management plan within 3 years of designation. A good GIS map and consideration of the following questions can help you prepare. Have previous studies taken place? What relevant management programs have occurred? Whose history must be acknowledged? For example, tribes or local residents. Does the corridor include overlapping designations? Private land? Issues of encroachment or trespass? Developments such as campgrounds, boat launches, or parking lots? What's the visitor use like? What is the access for recreation or other uses? What species depend on the river? Is there grazing or mining? How is climate change affecting the area? Next, review the legislation. Know where the river's main stem and tributaries are. Familiarize yourself with the river's outstandingly remarkable values. These are its unique, rare, or exemplary values that are significant at a comparative regional or national scale. They may be designated in the legislation. The legislation may also provide specific guidance or provisions for management. Name other co-managing agencies. State why this river was designated. Identify any statutory withdrawals or protection from other uses, such as mining or grazing. Once your river is designated, contact your agency's Wild and Scenic Rivers System Program Manager. Outreach to affected landowners. Contact tribes, local governments, and potential stewardship organizations to share timelines and next steps. Post interim boundaries if uses will change. Consider needed signage to raise awareness. Evaluate proposed resources, projects, access, and users for compatibility. Establish a baseline from current conditions. Create a monitoring plan to pinpoint short-term priorities and needs. Identify what needs to be updated through the comprehensive river management plan process. You now have some basic familiarity with wild and scenic rivers and know how best to prepare for designation on your unit. The next video will help you figure out your internal capacity, training, and education needs. For more information, check out these links.